Hello, my friends. Merry Christmas. This is Grace from Mommy Supermodel. I am already in Christmas mode. Can you tell? I have my red and my green, my colors. I'm ready to rock Christmas. I love Christmas. Excuse me. It's my favorite holiday. So I hope it's a wonderful time of year for you too. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. Peace on earth. And all those wonderful, yummy things that we celebrate and enjoy. The birth of the Lord and salvation at this time of year. And so I am bringing you this topic. It's along those lines, certainly not the same, but it's a topic of resolutions. I know every time we celebrate Christmas, at least for me, I keep thinking about the year that we just finished enjoying, the beginning of the year to the end. Like, I just have this moment where I take stock and think about the year in, the totality of it, and the things I did, the things I plan to do. My life, is it going the way I want? Am I having fun? Am I enjoying? Am I happy? Am I content? I mean, all those things that we think about all the time. And for most of us, this time of year is as if it's a must. We think about these things because even if we don't want to think about them, it's as if the calendar forces us to sit down for a second and have a quiet moment with ourselves and really think about these things. And so that is when we draw up our famous New Year's resolutions, the things we plan and hope to do, the new goals for the next year, and that hopefully will follow through and bring them to fruition. So, but before you do your write down your New Year's resolutions and even make a list, I want you to watch this video, and it's just a single point I want to make, and it is asking you about your spirit. What does your spirit relate to? What is your spirit comfortable with? What alliances does it easily make? What is it drawn to? What is it in accord with or in accordance with? This is why I say that. See, sometimes if we find ourselves in the merry-go-round of life and we're wondering about what is happening, and we can begin to make external changes, start changing things like in our New Year's resolutions. We start saying and planning the things we'll do that are mostly external. But I pose it to you today very strongly too, that look inside, look at your spirit, check yourself. It might just be that the reason why you keep seeing yourself experiencing the same things, like you're in a merry-go-round in this nightmare, is because your spirit easily relates and finds company in the wrong things. So let me ask you, are you easily given to pessimism? Are you easily depressed? Do you find yourself making friends easily with people who are always complaining and whining? Do you have a poverty mindset? Is your mind subconsciously preparing for lack? Are you always expecting to be in want? Do you expect deprivation to always be in your life? It's as if you don't really consciously plan for this, but it's as if you have this magnetism that pulls you towards that area, that you're drawn to those things. You have a natural affinity to those things and people and situations and events that produces and help perpetuate these things in your life. So ask yourself, where is my spirit at home with? What voices does it hear? What voices does it respond to? What rings my bell? What invitations does my spirit respond to? What do I RSVP to spiritually? Now, you look at the other hand, there's some people who are naturally optimistic, or at least they have trained their spirit to be so. They are quick to laugh, quick to forgive, quick to get over things. They don't expect the world to always fall on their heads. Not that life is going well and dandy for them. It's just that they desire to live life in a better way, so they purposefully seek out those situations and people and events that will help them live in that peaceful state. They may not be very wealthy, but they don't think of themselves always in the mindset of always being poor and deprived. It is not covetousness, but it's a mindset of hopefulness. I'm having a mindset that tomorrow things are going to be good, things are going to be better. And so I am drawn to the events and situations and people that will help reinforce those things in my life and maybe bring them about if I don't already have them. So really the point is this: ask yourself, what is my spirit at home with? It might just be that you always find yourself in the dumps because you're drawn to smelly things. You're drawn to things that are not good for you. And not that you plan and say, I really want to go and get hurt. I really want to go to such situations. But for so long, your spirit has dwelt in the midst of negativity and other unholy and unvirtuous things that now you find yourself at home with it. You're comfortable in that domain. Your spirit no longer protests that things are not going well here. Your spirit is no longer demanding for you to move and make a change because it doesn't see anything wrong with it anymore. Its nose has become accustomed to the stench. It no longer makes you uncomfortable. You're in good company there. Misery loves company, the saying goes. So maybe you're always miserable because you're always in the company of things and people that will make you miserable. And you're always drawn to that, And even when you have opportunities to say no and not go there, but you just can't stop yourself because your spirit has developed an affinity, a fondness, a liking. You lean easily towards those things. You are more at home. There was this theme song from this show, Cheers, that we all know it was so popular many years ago, that says, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. So we are all like that, whether it's in the neighborhood where they knows our name for good or for bad. Maybe it's a neighborhood where in the place where they know our name, but it is not in a good way, but we keep going. Maybe they know our name because, we hang around, do things that are not good for us. Or maybe, hopefully, it's on the other good side. People know your name for good reasons. People know your name because when you spend time with them, you bless them and they bless you back. People know your name because when you come together, you do good things. You speak of creative ideas and ways of solving problems. You help each other. You lift each other up. You're not about putting each other down or other people or just whining and complaining about all the things that are wrong in life. We all complain sometimes. We all honestly do. And we are all hypocritical about certain areas of our lives. But let it not be a habit. Let it not be a pattern. Let it not be the permanent state of mind and existence for you. Let it be something that maybe you wonder if you lose your way, but always, come back on course. Maybe you veered off path a little bit, but find your way back home. Go back to the straight and narrow. What is your spirit leaning towards? In John chapter 5, Jesus tells us that John chapter 10, that my sheep knows my voice. And he goes on to say, but the voice of a stranger they would not hear. In fact, when that stranger calls out to them, they will run away because they are not familiar with that stranger. They do not know who that stranger is. In other words, we only respond to his voice because he is a true shepherd, the shepherd of our souls and our lives. I want to ask you, what voices are you not only hearing but responding to? What is your soul answering? Who's calling? And why is it responding always? Why do you feel like you are on autopilot sometimes? That even though you look back and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I fell for that again. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that again. I had sworn I wouldn't do that. It is because your spirit is at home. Your spirit has found a place. Your spirit is comfortable. That's why we see in Psalm 1, it says, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of discomfort. Careful where you're walking, or where you're standing, or where you're sitting. In other words, whether it's a temporary passing by, or whether you're sitting there making yourself comfortable, where are you spiritually? Where is it? What counsel are you walking by? And where are you standing, my friends? And very, very importantly, where are you sitting? Because oftentimes, we don't just go to something and get comfortable the very first day. It starts by walking and glancing and showing some interest and being drawn a little bit. Then the next time, we don't just walk. See, the first time you walk, you turn, you look, you cast some glances, you check it out. But you continue on your way. And then if you keep doing that, guess what? The habit starts developing. Now you not only walk by, you stand and check it out for real. You really look into it. And if you continue the same route, eventually you find your way sitting. Now you are really comfortable. Now you're really at home. You found a place, kindred spirits. Now you're flocking together like birds of the same feather. because you've become one with that. And all because over time you built the habit. Your spirit kept leaning and leaning and leaning and leaning and leaning and leaning. Eventually you fell over and you fell into the muck and the mud, and now you are home sitting right there with that which you shouldn't even be walking by or walking past. So as you write your New Year's resolutions, think about it. Make sure you do the diagnosis first, because it is difficult to even begin a cure for whose causes you do not know. Check your spirit. It all starts in there. And when you have done that inventory and stock taking and really find out where your spirit is sitting, then hopefully you'll come up with very good resolutions that will help you walk the right way. So by this time next year, when you look back, you will surely and definitely, and with a joyful heart and gratitude and some well-deserved self-congratulations, and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for your blessings. It's been a good year because I walked, I stood, and sat in the right places with the right people. And my spirit was in the right place. My spirit listened to the right voice, the voice of the Lord. And that is the only thing that I'm responding to. And that I am not drawing things into my life and responding and hanging out and developing a fondness and lust for things that are not good for me, only to turn around and cry later. God bless you. Thank you for watching. And again, Merry Christmas. I'm going to have more Christmas videos. And I think 2017 is going to be a wonderful year for all of us. Be hopeful and plan. And that leads me to tomorrow's discussion. We'll talk about preparation. You know, I love that topic. We'll talk about it tomorrow. God bless you. And bye for now.